Hello, my name is Anita Unrath. I live in Melbourne, Florida. Almost 14 years ago, my daughter Nicole died in a car accident. She was a brand new college graduate and a teacher at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida at Tinker Elementary. She had gone there from kindergarten through third grade as a student, and she was hired there for her first teaching job. Well, she, about a month into her teaching career, on September 5th, 2003, said, "Hey, Dad, can I come home for the weekend?" And she came over in her car and never made it. My life changed drastically, completely upside down, when the policeman knocked at our door and said that our daughter had died in a car accident. So the journey began, and it's the horrible journey that nobody wants to be on. And I didn't know what to do. I was a teacher. We had a memorial service at Tampa at MacDill Air Force Base. My husband was an Air Force chaplain, and many times he had been the one making military notifications, but he had never been the one on the inside of the door. So it was a horrible situation for both of us. And then we had her funeral service at Valparaiso University in Indiana, where she had been a student and had just graduated. And it was pretty awful. We were in Melbourne without family around. My mom lived in Lakeland at the time. But we didn't have a support group really, and surprisingly, my husband being an Air Force chaplain, but who's the pastor for the chaplain. So anyway, I got a package of information from a woman who lived in Germany, and her son had died when we were in Okinawa, Japan. Kadena High School in Okinawa is where Nicole had graduated from high school. And anyway, she sent me a whole packet of information and said, "Anita, it's a horrible journey, but do what you can as far as getting help, and I highly recommend that you find the compassionate friends." Well, I didn't know where to look for that, and it took me several months to find that number. When I finally called at the end of November, I had missed the November meeting, and so my husband and I first went to the candle lighting in December of 2003. There's a worldwide candle lighting on the second Sunday of December all over the world, in chapters all over the world. And so we went to that, and we were embraced by people who had also lost children. Our first meeting of the Compassionate Friends was then in January 2004. And we've been members of the chapter ever since, sometimes in leadership, and we're on the steering committee now. In the Compassionate Friends, you find a group of people who have also been through a loss, and we've discovered that no matter what the loss is, they're all horrible. Our children have predeceased us, and it's a rough ride. So I recommend to you that you find a Compassionate Friends chapter, make that phone call, and find some hope. At the meetings, which are self-help group, you'll find all kinds of people ready to embrace you and to help you with your journey. Everyone's journey is different, and it really lasts a lifetime. I'm sorry to tell you that the grief and the loss is always there, but one day you will find hope. Another thing that I've found to find hope is to be outdoors. Being outdoors in nature is definitely a healing experience. And wherever you live in the world, find a way to go outside, to just walk, just listen to the birds and listen to nature, and that will be a way to help you find hope also. As a pastor's wife, I was very angry at God first, and that really was a journey for several years, but I realized that because of my faith in the afterlife, I knew right away that Nicole was in heaven. There was never any doubt about that. But it took me a while to stop being angry at God. So that's a journey also. And I know that because of her faith in Jesus, she is in heaven. And because of my faith in Jesus, I will be there with her someday also. God bless you on your journey. It's a rough one, but everybody has their own journey, and you need to find yours, and you need to find what works for you. Thank you.